So remember that in AP World Modern, we love acronyms. So today's assessment video is going to address how to answer the SAQ. And SAQ simply means short answer question. Now the SAQ is the second part of the AP exam. Remember that the first part would be stimulus-based multiple choice, where you have 55 minutes to answer 55 questions. This second portion of the exam lasts 40 minutes in total. You are given 4 separate prompts, and you must answer 3 of them. Now, what a prompt normally looks like, it'll normally say something to the effect of, use the passage or image below to answer all parts of the question that follows. There'll be a stimulus and then A, B, and C. So one prompt means 3 questions. Remember that if you are answering 3 out of 4 prompts, you are officially answering 9 questions. Now this is a stimulus example. There are some non-stimulus where you'll simply have a prompt and then the 3 questions. Now as to the 4 prompts that you will be looking at, the first will be a primary source. This is mandatory. You are required to answer it. The second prompt will include a secondary source. It is mandatory and you must answer. When you get to 3 and 4, non-stimulus, non-stimulus, you select one of the 2 non-stimulus SAQs. So 1 and 2 are mandatory, 3 and 4 are optional. Normally, you'll see the verbs identify, describe, explain. Those are the big ones that you're going to see. There is no thesis required. You do not need to set up an argument. You simply need to respond to the questions. And there are many HAP skills that are going to apply here. All right, when it comes to stimulus-based SAQs, HAP the stimulus. Because often, one of the questions might require you to consider the purpose or perhaps the historical situation. All right, so you know what it's going to look like. Now, how do you attack it? Like many, we use the acronym ACE. We ace the SAQ. A, answer the question. What is this really asking, and what's the action verb? All right, what do I have to do to answer it to be successful? C, cite evidence. What is your proof, stimulus or otherwise? It's not enough to quote. Go beyond quoting. All right, your evidence must go a little bit further than saying the author said this, which is why you have to explain your evidence and connect it to the question. This is when you tie it all together. A good rule of thumb is 3. 3 complete sentences per question. So because each prompt has 3 questions, 9 sentences per prompt. You're going to answer 3 total prompts, which means 27 complete sentences. So ace that SAQ. Answer the question, cite evidence, explain it, connect it back. You are aiming for 9 sentences per prompt. 9 complete sentences. Now what's a sample of a non-stimulus-based SAQ? It'll simply say answer all parts of the question that follows. In this particular instance, we are taking a look at the first era, circa 1200 to circa 1450. So the time frame, many instances will appear, not always, but much of the time it'll be there. Sometimes they'll specify one way, sometimes they won't. But again, just answer all parts of the questions that follow. You got to know it. A stimulus base may look like this. Use the image below to answer all parts of the question that follows. You'll have the stimulus, you'll have the source, and then 3 questions you need to answer. So remember, on the exam, you get 40 minutes to answer 3 of the 4 prompts. The first prompt will be primary source based. The second one is secondary. 3 and 4 are non-stimulus and they are optional. So this is how we answer the SAQ in AP World History Modern.